In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 3 decks in the world right now in Clash Royale. We haven't ever done a video like this where we take the #1 to the 3rd place person in the world's deck and showcase them to you guys, but today we're decided we're going to do that. So if you guys like this type of idea, then make sure to let me know down below in the comments, guys, so we can do this more in the future. And also, if you are needing some sort of decks, like, hey, I need a Witch deck, Diddy, I need a Lumberjack deck, then definitely make sure to comment that down below, because in a couple of videos, I'm going to be doing a video making decks for you guys live in a video. So that's going to be a ton of fun, obviously. I hope you guys drop a bunch of suggestions down below, but let's get into deck #1. So getting into the 3rd place deck in the world right now, guys, it is obviously a Royal Hog Cycle deck with the Royal Delivery, Quake, and Snowball in here. I believe we have showcased this deck before. It's an insanely strong bridge spam Piggies deck because obviously you have the Princess to be able to defend stuff, and her ability there to get so much range. Obviously, she can attack those towers really easily if you just place her at the bridge. As a Cycle deck, this is ridiculously fast. Not only is not a single card over 4 Elixir, besides the Royal Hogs, you literally have no 4 Elixir cards and only the Royal Hogs, and then a bunch of Cycle cards pretty much here, which makes this deck incredibly strong. If you have a tough time getting the Royal Hogs to the tower, you can literally just spell Cycle with the Quake, Princess, and then defend absolutely everything because the Cycle is so fast, you'll literally do so much damage with that Quake spell. So before we get into battle #1, I want to remind you guys to subscribe down below. Obviously, there's a massive percentage of you guys unsubscribed, so if you are enjoying these videos, obviously make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Alrighty, guys, we are in match #1. We're going against Juan. Good luck, man, from Colombia Elite. Now, I'm pretty sure this is actually a pretty good clan. We'll see what this guy's got going on. We're gonna go ahead and go with our Princess at the first play, guys, because I love playing a Princess first play because it forces out a play from the opponent. And as you can see, we can go with some Royal Hogs here. As the Royal Hog tanks, guys, we're just gonna place our Spear Goblins down and absolutely shred that cannon. And as you can see, he's got potentially Hog 2.6, which would be very interesting because we don't necessarily have any buildings in our deck, guys. We're gonna need to try and do our best here on defense, but also crush him. He's going with that Hog Rider right now. We go with that beautiful Snowball and Royal Delivery. It's gonna do some work on that Hog Rider, but I'm actually wondering how we're gonna win this matchup with no buildings, guys. It feels like to me we're gonna get guaranteed damage against us every single time he places that Hog Rider. We're gonna have to really play patient and use double Elixir to our advantage, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, guys, because he has the log, he has the fireball. There is the log, guys. So we know we got Quake for that cannon, so if he goes with anything crazy, we can just skeletons and go with our stuff now. Let's go ahead and go with our Spear Gobs and go with our Electro Spear to take care of those skeletons, guys. This is gonna be an easy defense here, but if he goes with a Hog Rider opposite lane, how are we gonna defend it, right? This is gonna be interesting for sure. We're gonna cycle to a Royal Delivery really quick because we do see the Hog Rider coming down, guys. How are we going to deal with this? I honestly have no idea. The Royal Delivery will crush this. The Snowball is going to be awesome, but I think we're going to have to just try and survive until 2 times Elixir and then try and get as many Royal Hogs and Quake pushes as we can. This is going to be an incredibly tough matchup, though. Obviously, he's got so many answers to us, and whereas we do not have any answers to his Hog Rider, if we can pull off this win, that'll be amazing, guys, because I don't think we have matchup with this. I really do not think we have matchup, guys. So we're going to go with all this. We're going to go ahead and Quake his cannon. Do we get it? Nothing. He does have Fireball as well. This is going to be a hard counter, guys. I don't think we can honestly do anything, because even if we Quake his cannon, all he has to do is go for that Fireball on the Royal Hogs, and things are not going to be looking good. So we Royal Delivery that. We do get a positive Elixir trade with that right there, guys. We're going to go with the Princess left lane to try and get a little bit more Elixir out, but he does go with the cannon, so that's going to be well played. We do have some answers to this Hog Rider that's probably about to come down. Nice. We do beautifully predict his Hog Rider. The log comes out. Let's see if we can Royal Delivery this and get no damage done. Come on, we do get no shots there, so it is possible to defend that Hog Rider, guys. That's not going to be an easy thing to do, though, every time he cycles it. We do have just about as fast as a cycle as him. He goes with a Fireball. Beautiful play on our part here to be aggressive as soon as that Fireball comes out. We're going to go ahead and go with our Electro Spear here. We Snowball. We're going to go ahead and Quake those 1-unit skeletons that might come down, and we're going to go ahead and distract, guys, that Musketeer with just 1 Elixir. Beautiful defense on the right side, and we are able to get the lead here for the first time in this match, guys. Let's go ahead, split up some Spear Goblins. I am worried. There's the Hog Rider coming in. We're going to go with all that. We do get a nice Snowball down here, guys. Royal Delivery putting in some work. Hog Rider will get a shot off, unfortunately, and that's honestly going to hurt a lot more than it might look, guys. That is going to hurt big time. We're going to go ahead and go with our Royal Hogs. We do see a cannon coming down right there. We do snag it and the Fireball, guys. He's going to completely shut us down there with the Fireball and cannon, which is so unfortunate because I don't think there's really much we can do here because he's probably just going to go with his Hog Rider, guys. I don't know how we can stop this. We have to prediction Royal Delivery or something. Musketeer comes out. Let's go ahead and just Princess. I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm quite sure we are not going to be able to defend this man's Hog Rider, but we will try our best. He does miss the log there. Let's go ahead and go in, guys. Let's go ahead and go in. This is going to be our last chance. We Earthquake. We do miss the cannon. Can we get this Royal Hog to take the tower, though? Can we do it? Let's go, Royal Hog. You're getting some good shots off here. We're going to go Princess. Can the Princess splash onto this tower, guys? It will. That's gonna lead to a win. No way. We actually win this with no buildings against Hog 2.6? What? That just shows this deck is crazy strong. Really not an ideal matchup. All he had to do was fireball our Royal Hogs, and he still was not able to do it because that cycle was so fast, along with the Princess pressure. Like I said at the beginning, guys, that bridge spam ability is amazing from the Princess, guys. So overall, a very fast cycle. Not too much he could do. Even though he certainly had a decent matchup there, we were able to come out on top. Hence why this is one of the top 3 decks in the world right now, because it's just such a strong and versatile deck, guys, with 2.5 average elixir cost and the Royal Hogs being so strong, making this deck one of the top decks in the world right now. So that was an awesome match, and let's move on to deck number 2. Deck number 2 in the world right now is the Royal Giant Dark Prince Fisherman deck with the Mother Witch. Alrighty, guys, we are in match number 2 here with the Royal Giant deck. Obviously, this deck was certainly stronger in the last balance changes, but as you know, I mean, it certainly must be working if this guy is second in the world with the deck. Now, he does go with an Expo here. We're actually going to log expecting some skeletons, but no skeletons come out. We're going to go ahead and go there. Oh my gosh, I meant to place the Mother Witch, but the Electro Spirit does go down. Luckily, the Electro Spirit does get stuck behind the Mother Witch, so we get a Piggy anyways, and he goes with a Knight. So obviously, really big misplay there. We should have gotten our 3 Piggies, but instead we misclicked and we went with our Electro Spirit before the Mother Witch, allowing us to only get 1 pig instead of 3, guys. That does hurt, but we do certainly counter this guy. I mean, he's playing Expo, so unless he can outcycle our Royal Giant really heavily or something, I don't know if he's going to be able to break through with this one, guys, but we do see a Bomber. So we're going to go ahead and Fisherman this if he goes with an Expo. If not, let's just Fisherman anyways, honestly, because the Bomber's going to get distracted by the Fisherman and taken down beautifully. So nice, no damage off right there, guys. Let's go ahead and just go for a log. We really don't need to go with anything crazy here. We're just going to kind of relax, because as W Elixir comes in, we'll actually be more and more better off. 3 skeletons coming down, we'll Dark Prince the back, and we're just going to get ready to go for an Expo here. Sorry, we're going to prepare for an Expo defense if need be, guys. So let's go ahead and not be too aggressive here. We could have gone with the Royal Giant there. No need, though, because obviously our Royal Giant will just directly counter his Expo. We are going to take this Fireball value, because that is excellent Fireball value, guys. We do miss the Knight, which is not good. If he goes with an Expo here, that would be a decent play, but I mean, we would be able to get a Royal Giant down and absolutely counter push. So for now, obviously, it's looking like he does have a little bit of a weird Expo deck, more of a control Expo deck than like an Ice Ball or 2.9. He's got the Bomber, he's got the Fire Spirit, and Knight, so it's going to be an interesting matchup here, guys. I think he's got a cheaper version, but we'll see what's going on. Let's go ahead and Dark Princess. If he does set up a Tesla and Expo, I mean, we can just RG this, guys, making this deck really strong against his, at least. But we'll see if we do see an Expo opposite lane or something, because if we do, we could honestly tower trade this, and as long as we take 1 tower against Expo, we win the game. That is what's really nice about it. Let's go ahead and go for a Fisherman over here. Mother Witch does end up getting a nice shot off there. And we're going to go ahead and RG the back since he goes with a Tesla right there. This could be seen as a risky play, but as long as we take the right tower, we are in a great position, guys. He does go with the Rocket here. Honestly, I did not expect him to have Rocket, but he does miss the Royal Giant. So we're going to go ahead and say good game, because I don't think he's going to be able to stop this now that he just missed that, guys. I really do not see him stopping this. And we're going to go ahead and Fireball this as well. We're going to cycle to a double Royal Giant push. We have the Dark Prince, Mega Minion, 2 RGs down. Unless he can get an extreme Rocket value, he's going to need to get saved by something, guys. The 1 unit skeletons are all coming down. We're going to go ahead and get another Dark Prince down, and I think there's straight up nothing he can do, because obviously the double RG steamroll push absolutely crushes in there. That is going to be awesome for us. We're going to go ahead and say good game here, because it's over. I mean, if he wants to try and defend, he can, but there's literally nothing he can do, guys. That is how you like to see this type of deck work out. Obviously, that was a matchup pretty heavily in our favor, but nonetheless, the deck working how it's supposed to. Good game there. We would have gotten the 3 crown if time allowed it, but that is a good game there against Noob. Well played. We'll give him some love, because that is certainly a tough matchup, but hey, it could have been done, but awesome game there for game number 2. And finally, the #1 deck in the world, guys, is the Mega Knight Ram Rider Mother Witch deck. Now, this is exciting because I have not ever seen this deck before. I looked at the #1 spot and I was like, that is really interesting. A Baby Dragon Mega Knight deck is just something you don't see very often, guys. The Goblin Cage, the Lightning is also some very interesting options. 4.4 average elixir cost is insanely heavy. I'm honestly going to double check to make sure that this is the right deck, because it's an extremely weird deck. It is. That is the deck in the #1 spot right now, guys. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and battle with this. I'm not exactly sure about the synergy of this deck. I'm guessing just the Mother Witch and Mega Knight Splash is awesome, and then Ram Rider Lightning, as the win conditions, can be certainly strong. So defensively, I mean, it looks great. You have the Baby Dragon, you have the Ram Rider to slow stuff down in terms of just about anything. Hog Riders, you can Goblin Cage. Fisherman, you got a ton of options for, so this will certainly be a fun deck to try out. Let's get into the final match of the day. Alrighty, guys, we're going against Dragback here. Let's see what he's got in store. He's obviously not going to be expecting our deck, but we're going to go Baby Dragon first play and try and force out a play, because once we start understanding our opponent's deck, then we can really strategize and think about what we can do here. Let's go ahead and go Bomber, see if we can force out even more Elixir than a Mother Witch, because then we could get some awesome lightning value. We do see a Dark Prince. We are not going to be able to lightning everything, though, I don't think. That's going to be a little bit too risky for my liking. So let's go ahead and just Mother Witch this. Not going to be the cleanest, but it will get the job done. And then honestly, let's go ahead and go for a bit of a Ram Rider. Let's slow down this guy's Mother Witch and see what else he has in store. If he goes with a Mega Knight of his own, we do have answers. He's going to the Goblin Cage. Alright, alright. So we do see the Dark Prince, Goblin Cage, and Mother Witch all come down. And the Ram Rider will connect onto that tower, allowing our Mother Witch to actually sauce here, guys. It's going to kill the Goblin Brawler and almost tag up that Bomber to the point of death. So let's go ahead and go Goblin Cage. We don't want to leak too much Elixir with this, but we do see an Electro Giant. Very interesting, guys. So, how are we going to necessarily deal with an Electro Giant? I'm not sure, guys. That is a great question. This is going to be a little bit interesting, because if he has NATO, I mean, this is going to be rough. We can potentially Fisherman this bad boy to the King Tower for some awesome King Tower activation. But honestly, I mean, let's just go ahead and go for a Lightning here. I'm hoping to get some, like, Dark Prince action, maybe. But the Electro Giant will go down. It's not going to be terrible, but the Mega Knight will get absolutely toasted, guys, which is really not good, obviously. It's going to be a pretty big Elixir advantage for him. I'm guessing he's sitting at about 5 or 6. We only have 5 right now 6. But let's see if we can come back from this. This is going to be not the easiest matchup, in my opinion. I mean, the Electro Giant, guys, is not something you see very often, so the fact that we're seeing it here is not ideal. Let's go ahead and see what's going on, though. We got the Baby Dragon, we got Mother Witch, we got Bomber, we got all these options. So let's go ahead and relax for a second, and then just go with a Baby Dragon in the back, honestly. Mother Witch will get taken down here pretty easily. Fisherman does some nice work, and he's obviously got that good amount of HP. So let's go ahead and go with the Ram Rider in the back as well. He's going Bomber in the back himself. We are going to go ahead and go with a Mother Witch here, guys. I do like this play, because obviously everything's going to be coming down. The Mother Witch as support will give him that lightning value that he wanted, but he's not going to be able to hit our Ram Rider, guys, causing him to lose a bunch of tower damage, and he misses the lightning. We're going to go ahead and lightning ourselves to actually give us an opportunity to take his entire tower as the Ram Rider finishes off that Electro Dragon, or Inferno Dragon, dude. Well played to ourselves, but I mean, that was a big misplay on his end, guys. Let's go ahead and go Goblin Cage here. Let's prepare to get a nice big push-up. Because he might have given up. He might have straight up given up after that, guys. Let's go ahead and go Baby Dragon. Let's go Mega Knight. Let's push up. This deck kind of crushing here. I mean, we didn't even play it that well. He had an interesting matchup here, but it looks like we will be able to absolutely overall crush this one and end the day off on a 3-crown, guys. So this deck overall making the opponent rage quit, as he just wasn't able to correctly defend all of the stuff we were throwing at him there. So good game, dude. Nice try, Drag Black, but we're going to say well played. GG's, because that is going to be a final game of the day as a 3-crown, which you obviously love to see. Let's go. That was a fun deck, guys. I think what makes this deck unique is it has so much outplay potential with the Mega Knight, with the Ram Rider, and with the Lightning spell. You can make a lot of awesome Lightning predictions, and in this certain meta, Lightning value, guys, it's everywhere. And as 4.4 Elixir cost goes, that's pretty expensive for a deck, guys. So that's really interesting to see. Just no Psycho cards, really. The Bomber is going to be your cheapest card in this deck, and that's not even really a great Psycho card. So very interesting. Obviously, the Baby Dragon and Fisherman provide a lot of value in terms of the Fisherman can cycle things and pull them all over the place. The Baby Dragon can get some awesome support and splash damage defensively. So a very well-rounded deck overall, but these have been the 3 top decks in the world. If you want to try any of these out, guys, definitely make sure to do so and go click the link in the description to copy the deck for yourselves. I do really appreciate everyone watching till the end. So if you watch till the end, let me know down below. But have a great day, everybody. Subscribe if you're new, and thank you all so much for watching. Master Diddy-san, out.